Have you ever felt this? You dream big. You imagine success. You want a better life. But you don't move. You delay. You feel lazy. And then you feel guilty. If this is you, this story is about your mind. Meet the main character, Arjun. Arjun was not stupid. Arjun was not careless. Arjun was not lazy in the usual way. Arjun was ambitious. Very ambitious. The big contradiction. Arjun wanted success, respect, freedom, a powerful future. But his actions were slow. He planned a lot. He thought deeply. He dreamed daily. But he acted rarely. Repeat silently. I want success. But I delay action. I don't understand why. This is not laziness, this is psychology. Arjun's problem was not laziness. It was mental overload. His brain was always busy. Thinking. Imagining. Analyzing. So his body stayed still. Why lazy but ambitious people think more? People like Arjun overthink, fear wasting effort, want perfect results. They don't want to fail, so they don't start. The hidden fear. Inside Arjun's mind was one sentence. What if I try and still fail? That fear made him pause. Important English sentence. Listen carefully. Fear of failure often looks like laziness. This sentence is very important. The night scene. Every night, Arjun lay in bed. His body was tired. But his mind was awake. He imagined a better job, confidence, a strong version of himself. And then he slept. Why this feels safe? Dreaming feels safe. Action feels risky. So the brain chooses dreams. English listening practice. As you listen now, notice simple words, calm rhythm, clear sentences. This is how natural English sounds. The internal conflict. Arjun felt two emotions together. Hope and shame. Hope for the future. Shame for today. This is very common. Millions of people feel this. They are not lazy. They are confused by their own ambition. The moment of self-realization. One day, Arjun asked himself, why am I not moving? And for the first time, he listened. The first truth. He realized, I don't lack motivation. I lack clarity. English sentence to remember. Clarity creates action. Repeat it slowly in your mind. The question that changed everything. One morning, Arjun asked himself, why do I know what to do, but still don't do it? This question stayed in his head all day. The brain's secret. Arjun started reading about the brain. He learned something shocking. The brain does not care about your dreams. The brain cares about safety and comfort. Comfort versus ambition. Ambition lives in imagination. Comfort lives in the body. The brain always chooses comfort first. That is why you plan tomorrow. You delay today. Important English line. The brain avoids pain, even if pain brings growth. Listen to this sentence carefully. Why ambitious people feel tired. Arjun noticed something strange. Even without doing much work, he felt exhausted. Why? Because thinking deeply consumes energy. Mental fatigue. Thinking is work. Planning is work. Worrying is work. So by the time action comes, the brain is already tired. English practice, mental. Repeat silently. Thinking uses energy. Action needs energy too. The perfection trap. Arjun wanted the best plan, the perfect timing, the right mood. So he waited. And waited. And waited. Why perfection causes delay? Perfection creates pressure. Pressure creates fear. Fear stops movement. Key psychology insight. People who are lazy but ambitious want big results with small risk. But growth always needs risk. The role of self-image. Arjun believed, I am intelligent. I should not look foolish. So he avoided beginner actions. This is important. Smart people hate looking bad. So they delay starting. English sentence to remember. Beginners act. Thinkers wait. Simple. Powerful. The dopamine problem. Arjun also learned about dopamine. Dopamine is the pleasure chemical. Why dreaming feels good. When you imagine success, the brain releases dopamine. So dreaming feels rewarding. But action feels hard. The trap. Dreaming without action becomes addictive. The brain says, why work? When imagination already feels good? Listen carefully. Dreaming gives pleasure. Action gives results. The social comparison effect. Arjun spent time online. He saw successful people. This made him feel inspired, overwhelmed. Why this stops action? Too many examples confuse the brain. The brain says, I'm not ready yet. The inner voice. Inside Arjun's mind was a voice. Start later. Prepare more. Wait for confidence. The truth about confidence. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. English practice, very important. Say in your mind, I act first. Confidence comes later. The first small change. Arjun decided to try something new. He did not aim big. He aimed small. Very small. The 5-minute rule. He told himself, I will work for 5 minutes only. No pressure. No perfection. Just start. What happened next? Once he started, 5 minutes became 10. 10 became 20. The brain shift. Starting removed fear. Movement created clarity. The big realization. Arjun realized, I was not lazy. I was afraid of starting. English sentence to lock in. Action reduces fear. A quiet morning. One morning, Arjun woke up early. Not because he was motivated, but because his mind was tired of guilt. He did not want big success. He wanted peace. The moment of honesty. He said to himself, "I am tired of planning. I want movement." That was the turning point. The core problem. Arjun finally understood something deep. His ambition was too heavy. Big goals crushed small actions. Why big goals paralyze? When goals feel huge, the brain feels danger. The body freezes. So the mind escapes into delay. Important English line. Big goals without systems create anxiety. Listen to it slowly. Shift from goals to systems. Arjun stopped asking, "What do I want?" He started asking, "What can I repeat daily?" The power of routine. Routine removes decision-making. No thinking. No debating. Just doing. English practice. Repeat silently. Routine creates momentum. The identity shift. Earlier, Arjun said, "I want to be successful." Now, he said, "I am someone who works daily." This changed everything. Why identity matters. The brain protects identity. If action matches identity, action becomes natural. The small identity habits. Arjun chose simple actions. Writing one sentence. Reading one page. Practicing English for 5 minutes. Why this worked. Small wins gave proof. Proof built belief. Belief reduced fear. English sentence to remember. Consistency builds confidence. The end of self-hate. Earlier, Arjun punished himself. Now, he encouraged himself. Self-compassion replaced guilt. The science of kindness. When you are kind to yourself, stress reduces. Focus improves. The brain feels safe. Listen carefully. A safe brain works better. The role of environment. Arjun changed his environment. Phone away. Clean desk. Quiet corner. No motivation needed. Why environment matters. Environment controls behavior. Not willpower. English practice. Say softly, "My environment shapes me." The end of multitasking. Arjun stopped doing many things. He did one thing at a time. This calmed his mind. Focus heals the brain. Focus reduces anxiety. Anxiety causes delay. The inner voice changes. The voice inside him changed. Earlier, "You should do more." Now, "Just do this." The 1% rule. Arjun improved just 1% daily. No pressure. No rush. Why this builds trust. The brain starts trusting you. When you keep promises. English sentence, powerful. Trust grows through small promises. The first feeling of flow. One day, Arjun felt flow. Time passed quickly. Work felt light. This was new. What flow means? Flow means fear is gone. Mind is quiet. Action is natural. The real victory. Arjun was not successful yet. But he was moving. and movement felt like freedom. English practice, slow and calm. Repeat. Movement creates freedom. The dangerous phase. After some weeks of progress, Arjun felt something strange. He was moving forward. He was consistent. He was calmer. But a new danger appeared. Burnout. Why burnout happens to ambitious people? Ambitious minds do this. They improve then push harder than exhaust themselves. Arjun noticed this pattern. The old mistake returning. One night, Arjun thought, now I must do more. More hours. More effort. More pressure. This was the old trap. Important English line. More effort is not always better effort. Listen carefully. The real secret of consistency. Consistency is not about intensity. Consistency is about sustainability. The rest realization. Arjun learned something powerful. Rest is not laziness. Rest is maintenance. English practice. Repeat softly. Rest protects progress. The smart work cycle. Arjun followed a simple cycle. Work. Rest. Reflect. Not work non-stop. Why this helps the brain? The brain needs recovery. Without recovery, focus drops. Motivation dies. The end of self-punishment. Earlier, Arjun punished himself for resting. Now, he respected rest. This reduced inner conflict. The weekly reset. Every week, Arjun asked, what worked? What didn't? What can I simplify? No judgment. Only learning. English sentence to remember. Reflection prevents repetition of mistakes. The role of emotions. Arjun understood something important. Lazy ambitious people are emotional thinkers. Their mood controls action. Emotional awareness. Instead of fighting emotions, Arjun listened to them. The question he asked, why do I feel resistance today? Not, what is wrong with me? Why this matters? Curiosity reduces resistance. Judgment increases resistance. English practice. Say silently. Curiosity creates clarity. The compound effect. Arjun realized that small actions, repeated daily, become massive change over time. Why this calms ambitious minds? Ambitious minds want fast results. But fast pressure kills consistency. Slow progress keeps you alive. The long game thinking. Arjun stopped rushing. He started thinking in years. This removed panic. English line, very important. Calm progress beats fast burnout. The discipline redefined. Discipline was no longer force. Discipline became structure. Structure removed chaos. Structure over motivation. Motivation changes. Structure stays. English practice. Repeat. Structure beats motivation. The peaceful routine. Arjun's days became predictable. Not boring. Peaceful. and peace allowed focus. The new self-image. He no longer called himself lazy. He called himself thoughtful, strategic, self-aware. The internal respect. For the first time, Arjun respected himself. And that changed his energy. The quiet evening. One evening, Arjun sat alone. No phone. No noise. No pressure. Just silence. And for the first time, silence felt safe. The final realization. He understood something simple but life-changing. He was never lazy. He was overloaded. The great misunderstanding. Lazy but ambitious people are often deep thinkers, sensitive minds, high imagination people. Their problem is not effort. Their problem is mental noise. Important English line. An overwhelmed mind looks like laziness. Listen slowly. Why ambition creates inner conflict. Ambition pulls you forward. Fear pulls you back. Most people live in the middle. That tension creates exhaustion. The end of the inner war. Arjun stopped fighting himself. He stopped asking, "Why am I like this?" He started asking, "How can I work with my nature?" English practice. Repeat softly. I work with myself, not against myself. The acceptance phase. Acceptance changed everything. When Arjun accepted his rhythm, his energy returned. The truth about energy. Energy is not created by force. Energy is released by alignment. The alignment shift. Arjun aligned his goals with his capacity, his habits with his personality, his ambition with patience. English line to remember. Alignment creates energy. The purpose clarity. Arjun realized. Ambition without meaning feels heavy. Purpose makes effort light. The new question. He stopped asking, "How fast can I succeed?" He asked, "Why do I want this life? Why this matters?" Purpose removes comparison. Comparison kills motivation. English practice. Say calmly, "My journey is personal." The end of comparison. Social media no longer controlled him. Other people's success no longer hurt. He focused inward. The power of single direction. Scattered effort creates fatigue. Single direction creates power. The peaceful ambition. Arjun still had dreams. But they no longer shouted. They whispered. And whispers were easier to follow. Important line, deep. Peaceful ambition lasts longer than loud ambition. The final identity. Arjun no longer called himself lazy, unmotivated, broken. He called himself a long-term thinker, a steady builder, a calm achiever. The gift of self-respect. When self-respect arrived, discipline became natural. The last English practice. Repeat slowly, one line at a time. I am not lazy. I am learning my rhythm. I move forward calmly. The story ends, but you begin. This story ends here. But maybe it described you. Your struggle. Your silence. Your ambition. You don't need to become someone else. You need to understand yourself. That is where progress begins.